Drag stories in We're Here explore human rights issues. Watch this.
Hi, we're here.
Yeah, ain't tryna be cool like you. Wobbling around in your high heel shoes.
Where the gays at?
I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss. I'ma shine like yours. I'm a bitch.
We're back, baby.
Imagine being in town and seeing no reflection of yourself.
I know like certain areas I'm gonna present straight.
People shouldn't make you feel like you have to apologize for being yourself.
We are going to take you to where you want to go and beyond.
Heels, lashes, wig.
I think somebody's feeling it, girl.
I just want to be who the hell I am without hating myself.
One day while the light is glowing.
The amount of love that you have for your brother, for you to take a walk in his shoes, that's gonna be a huge moment.
I don't want the audience thinking that I'm pretending to be something I'm not, when really I'm becoming something that I am.
The hit HBO show We're Here has been entertaining us and making us cry a lot for 2 years now. The show features real-life drag makeovers in small American communities and often shows individuals facing discrimination at work, in their communities, and even in their own homes. Currently, season 3 is filming, and this month, the show faced backlash from a local government that didn't want LGBTQ plus involvement in their community. During filming in the small Utah town of St. George, community members expressed distress that the show's family-friendly drag show would be performed in the heart of the city near areas children are frequently found. The episode chronicles fallout from an LGBTQ plus related incident at a local school as well.
Okay, so it's 2 months since Safe Schools had the brouhaha with Miami-Dade County Public Schools over hosting our Empowerment Day because we had a drag MC. We continue to fight with them. There's a story coming out in the Miami New Times tomorrow. Basically, Miami-Dade has doubled down on saying that a drag host or hostess is inappropriate for a kid's type of event, and it's just This is just going to get. We're marginalizing marginalizing the drag community as if they're not one of us.
Scott, Executive Director of Safe Schools South Florida, help us understand why Miami-Dade County Schools comes to this conclusion. What is it about drag that brings them to this conclusion?
They said there was nothing educationally valid. I can't think of the exact term that they used. If we were to have had a business person or maybe just a regular old trans person, would that have been something they opposed? They didn't have an answer for that when I asked them. So they basically said that there's just no, nothing of educational value in having a drag hostess, even though we had Showtime there. The State Senator Jones moderated a panel. It was a fantastic event, and because there was a drag hostess, Dade County Public Schools, this liberal bastion, right?
Well, and there's the second question I wanted to ask you from your expertise. You're the expert witness, right. The lawyer that plays one on television, brings in the expert witness, which is what you are on school LGBTQ issues. In this instance, Miami-Dade County to the whole rest of the nation is a steadfast blue island, not only in Ron DeSantis' state, but in the world of GOP and evangelicals. Miami-Dade County is not this. How, in that environment, do they come to that conclusion? Why in Miami-Dade County is this happening?
Right. I don't have insight into what they're saying behind closed doors. They've strictly given out, their attorneys have strictly given direction to their employees to clam up and not talk about anything because there's a lawsuit that's out there. I really don't know why they don't answer any questions. Even groups like Equality Florida and PFLAG of South Miami, we're all running up against this brick wall when dealing with Dade County Public Schools. They tell us there'll be a legal opinion put forward sometime in August before school starts, but give no indication about what that's going to be.
Forgive me, another question related to what you've said, because it's the same issue that We're Here is exploring and what they did in St. George, Utah. Do you feel like you're getting the kind of attention and support from LGBTQ South Florida our advocacy organizations, et cetera, to help get in the fight here with Safe Schools South Florida?
We will, because I know how to motivate some people when necessary. I've tried to let Dade schools have their opportunity to assess, come up with a story, and then come back at it. I've not gone to the media, so to speak, even though this story is coming out tomorrow. They just noticed some chatter. The reporter just noticed some chatter online about it all. You can bet I'm going to be, hooking in the Save Dades of South Florida to take a stand on this when necessary. But I don't want it to become that. I don't want to be seen as that guy who picks a fight on everything that comes along. So, right now it's sort of limited to the youth organizations, and in our case, because we had a drag hostess.
Forgive me, and I apologize. I have really unique opportunity to ask Scott questions relating to we're here in this story that we're telling right now, what's happening in St. George, Utah. I just want to draw the comparison that I see. Miami-Dade County is this bastion blue county, 3.5 million people, which is more people than I think all of Utah combined. St. George is a tiny little. It's Opelika, Alabama. Opelika in South Florida in size. It's very, very small. Southwest Utah, but it is dominated by the Mormon Church, and so there is a conservative, evangelical, if you call Mormons evangelical, attitude against a simple show like we're here coming to St. George. Not in terms of doing anything. Even your presence,
just being there and breathing,
town, breathe in our town, we object. It's interesting to me that you draw the parallel that is going on in this tiny little Mormon town in Southwest Utah and Miami-Dade County, which are completely different, but coming to the exact same conclusion.
Yeah,
that's shocking to me.
Yeah. I think it will be shocking to everybody once the story makes the rounds. It's incredibly disappointing. It's hurtful. And, it was a magnificent event that had all of the educational value you could imagine, but Dade schools refused to publicize it.
I'm curious, Broad, out of the Safe Schools story. Anyone watching We're Here yet?
Oh, yeah. I love We're Here. I'm addicted. Listen, I'm addicted.
All right. Well, we got to get that in.
No, of course, because that was the story, right, folks? No, but I mean, Eureka, Bob the drag queen, Shangela, they do an incredible job. I'm not a crier, okay? I'm that lesbian. I don't cry. I am bawling at every episode of We're Here.
And you have to remember, Fay says that because she surgically had her tear ducts removed.
It just makes it easier to be mean all the time. You know what I mean? And I mean, no, but this show, and they've gotten backlash in other places, Al Ferguson, not just there, in Selma. They've gone to other places that, and they've fought back and they've still had their event. And, and they've brought money to these small communities as well when you go and you film somewhere, So they're in season 3. I see them having this show for a lot more years and representing us in all these little small towns and getting backlash somewhere else, and they'll fight back.
And the ironic thing is when these small towns protest, they're giving the producers exactly what they want.
Yeah.
It makes for better television.
Sure.
They need the yin to the yang, the push to the back,
Right.
So it makes for better television, but it's very heartwarming. It really is. And if I weren't on so many medications, I'd cry too.
I just make one other comparison. Bob the drag queen and Eureka and going to St. George and fighting. And we're going to fight. We don't care what you think. We're still going to fight because we're going to be present is exactly what we hear Scott Galvin's going to do in Miami Beach or in Miami-Dade County. He hasn't had to get to the stage of that fight, but you hear it coming.
Yep.
Yeah, you hear it coming. So it's a similar approach. And one other thing that I want to say related to personal nature of the show, I cheer for Shangela in this show. Shangela is absolutely outstanding in this show. Sometime I'll have to show you a video. Shangela appeared on the RuPaul Cruise many, many times, did many shows on the RuPaul Cruise. And I have a video where Willem and Shangela and I rode up the mountain on mules in Santorini, Greece.
Up.
While they were, the mules had bells on their necks, and the two of them are singing Ring My Bell all the way.
Oh my God, I gotta see that.
I have it. I love Shangela. You're doing magnificent in this show. You're holding the whole LGBTQ community up proudly.
I have a really bad crush on her, like really bad. Like I've had sex dreams about Shangela and
Wow.
everything. Yeah, it's one of those.
He's prettier as a man than he is as a drag queen. Yeah. Love Shangela.
Love you, baby.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire